Hello everybody, welcome to Gamersledge.com. Thought I'd show you a little bit of Tap Titans today. Now, Tap Titans is part of a genre of game called clicking games or tapping games. This one has a role-playing game theme to it. You fight various monsters, and the goal is to level up your characters, and then you can also buy supporting class individuals. So here you can see I've got Takeda, and Takeda is I've leveled up to level 400, and then they have their own skill trees. So you can see here that they increase my damage, or their damage, and then you can see when I get down to Executioner's Breath, they increase all damage across the board by 10%, etc., etc. And so the goal is to kill monsters by tapping. You can see that I've got stats down here for how much damage I do, and then how much damage my heroes do per second underneath that. You also notice that there's 5 ability icons underneath my damage. I can use those to do special things. We'll get to that here in a second when we get to a boss. Now, in order to talk about a boss, you'll notice that up in the top right, the number just changed from 2 to 3. There are 10 Titan monsters in a level, a stage, if you will. The stage is up at the very top of the screen. You can see here it's stage 77, and that's a fairy. Fairies drop extra bonuses, so now I get plus 30% critical tap chance as I'm tapping, so that's a good thing. And it lasts for a certain amount of time. The other thing I like to talk about with these games is the fact that it rewards you for not playing. Yes, that's right. If you go away and come back for a period of time, your heroes will continue to fight and gain you money. Now, it won't progress the monster meter, but it will give you money. So over here on the left, you'll see there's a gold chest that's circling around. I'm tapping near it here. When I tap it, it's going to give me, you see, a big boost to my money. AA, by the way, is above trillions. That's just the nomenclature that they've chosen for it. Let's see what I need for my next person. I need 2.46 BB, so I'm a long ways off. But I can level up a couple different things, which I will do right now. Level up some of my abilities. Hand of Midas is at 500. I'm gonna level some more stuff up. Why not? Why don't we... Actually, let's go here. Oh, it looks like I have a couple people I was trying to level up. I was trying to level him up, so I'll level him up to 25. Oh, and I don't have enough now to unlock his special ability. Let's see if there's some others that I was trying to level up. Not enough for that one. Not enough for that one. So yeah, let's focus on leveling myself up for a minute, and then we'll work our way through here. So, when you go through 9 monsters, eventually you will get to a boss fight. And the boss fight will be the 10 out of 10, and they usually have much more health and damage, and you may wish to use some abilities. So I'm going to fire off all my abilities here. And as you can see, I make short work of everything on the screen. I have a clone that fights alongside me and does X amount of attacks per second, which you can actually level that up and get better and better. And then that allows me to go through and tear through these pretty quickly. The one thing I do want to point out is that every 5 levels, so on the 5s and the 0s, in this case 75 and 80, those are especially deadly bosses. You have to kill them very quickly or they will kill some of your heroes, which is just not fun. So my time's waning down here. Everybody's dead at this point. We'll see if I'm even strong enough to take on this next boss, because I'm not sure I am. You'll notice that the boss meter does have a countdown timer. I am nowhere close to strong enough to get this down in 22 seconds, so I'm just going to leave the battle. So that's really the kind of the idea behind it. And notice now that I leveled him up, I'm suddenly doing a lot more damage to these bosses. Because now he's doing 1.14 AA damage, and they only have like 20 AA to begin with. So leveling up your people is definitely key. To succeeding. You can see if there's anybody else that I can maybe get there. Let's see what her next one is. Increase all damage by 30%. But she's at 210, and I need to get to 200. Long ways away. Let's see what the fairy does to help us. Oh, she gave me coin. Let's go back to that boss. Maybe we can do that here after all. I have to say the game, if you like progression, this game is crazy good at drawing that out of you, drawing that feeling of progression in an RPG kind of mechanic out of you. Crazy part is once you get to a certain level, like for example, if I get to level 600, I can actually prestige and start all over again. The difference is that you get what are called relics. These, I'm kind of tapping right near it, these red heart with wings tokens, and what that does is it allows you to buy artifacts. Artifacts do things like, as you can see, I've got 3 here. Warrior's Revival gives me minus 10% revive time when one of my heroes is dead, and it gives me plus 105% to all damage. Hero's Thrust, plus 60% critical damage, plus 60% all damage. Excuse me. And then Ogre's Gauntlet gives that clone that you saw just a little bit ago there, plus 40% more time, and plus 175% to all damage. And I can level these up as well. So for example, you can see that the Ogre's Gauntlet requires 8 to level up, and my next level will give it plus 10% Shadow Clone duration and plus 35% all damage. Now the makers of the game very smart, because here when I drop one of these chests, it's not going to do it this time, it will actually make me watch an ad to get more money or something along those lines. Very, very smart on their part. That's how they pay for the game. You can also get these alternate currencies called Diamond, but you can make it rain to receive 30.75 BB gold, etc., etc. And you can get diamonds by unlocking perks, achievements in the game, like collect 50 relics, etc., etc. So yeah, that's Tap Titans. High production value on the artwork, the sound. Surprisingly addicting and a lot of fun. I used to think that these games were, quite frankly, a joke, because who would spend time just tapping their phone? But to be honest, it's a heck of a lot of fun. So that's Tap Titans. Do you play a tap game like this, or have one that you recommend? Let us know what you think of Tap Titans or your recommendations in the comment section below. Until then, game on!